What's up, everyone? Still picking away at the B2600 here. Looking at the brakes, we got a fair bit of pads left over. On the passenger side here, we got a rotor that is well below minimum, like 100 thou thinner than minimum spec. And on the other side is a brand new rotor. So I don't know who would do that or why they would do that, but we're going to put a new rotor on. So let's see what's involved in doing that. Turn the steering so we can get to the caliper bolts. I don't even have to pull the caliper from the bracket. I'm just going to undo the caliper mounting bracket bolts from the spindle, move this up out of the way onto the control arm so we can actually get to removing the rotor and the hub. So when I'm just picking away out at the shop on my own stuff, I don't like to make a huge amount of noise. Normally have the tunes cranked up. So I'm not the biggest fan of air tools. They're just too noisy. So I like to work with my hand tools. And to crack these bracket bolts loose, I'm going to use the hammer wrench. So I got my wrench on here, just holding the slack out of it, and I'm going to use the hammer, just choke up on it in the throat in here. So it's just a matter of cracking them loose, and usually once they're cracked loose, then it's fairly easy to just buzz them out after the fact. There you go. Hammer wrench, engage. Now that their calipers out of the way, can just take a small chisel and we're just going to go between the cap and the hub here and just gently persuade that off. Please, sir. There we go. Right. Okay. Now that we got the dust cap off, we got to remove our cotter pin. So normally I would do this with some side cutters. I have several pairs, but for the life of me, I don't know where they are. Get that off. Get the lock nut, I guess, off. And then this should be fairly loose because you don't typically set up these front wheel bearings, these two tapered roller bearings with preload. They're set up with clearance so you don't overload them. So now that you got the adjuster nut removed, sometimes it's hard to get the washer and the outer tapered bearing out. So all you got to do is just give the rotor a quick bump. There you go. And we can get our washer and our bearing removed. Tickety-boo. All right, now all we have to do is buzz these nuts off, or these bolts off, and swap the rotor. No stubborn. Here's a tip when you're putting bolts, multiple bolts in a component like this. Put them in, start them by hand, and then tighten. Don't tighten the first bolt all the way, because then you'll have alignment problems with the rest of the bolts. Now that I got the rotor in place, I still have a gap here to the hub, and its interference fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate the order here, just kind of buzz them and just kind of bring that down evenly till it seats. Two ugga duggas should do it. Normally I would repack these bearings, but the seal and the grease is pretty fresh, so I'm just gonna put it all back together. So like I said previous, we'd never want to set these tapered roller bearings with preload. We'll preload them to seat them. So give that a spin, snug it down so you have a fair bit of tension on there, and then that seats the bearings. Now from that point, I'm going to crack it loose, and then I'm just going to take my ratchet off, right? So I'm going to go back to zero clearance, right? So that's zero clearance. And with my fingers, I'm not really putting any preload on here. And then I'm just going to back it off slightly and see about aligning the lock bolt. So I have clearance on these. I went from zero, I backed it off, put my lock bolt. Now I just got to get a cotter pin that's suitable. Some people go over the top like that. We're going to rotate this 90 degrees and we're going to bend it and go around the side of this thing. And do that with both sides. Ready to put our dust cap on. Now try not to crush your dust cap when you're putting it on. There you go, you hear the tone change, it's seated all the way. If you're having problems, if it's not going in, you can just take your chisel and grab that little edge there and kind of seat it. But we're good to go. Wipe any grease that I might have got on the rotor here off. There we go. And put my caliper back in. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to push the piston back in a little bit. So I'm going to get some pliers to do that. Let's give that a little squeeze. Now we have the space to fit the rotor between the pads. Now last thing, before you put the wheels back on and go for a drive, if you've done brakes or put rotors on, you want to now step on your brake pedal when it's all back together, pump it up so you bring those pads back into contact with the brake rotor, so you have brakes. If you don't do that, when you step on the brakes for the first time, it's going to sink to the floor, you're going to have no brakes, and you're going to hit whatever's in front of you or behind you. So make sure you pump up your brake pedal.